A little more risk, a little more reward. Now we're getting to the good stuff. The C Fund C for common stock tracks the S&P 500. That's the 500 largest companies in America. Think Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned around 10% per year on average over long periods of time. This is where real wealth gets built. This is the fund that most long-term investors focus on heavily. The S Fund stands for small cap. It tracks smaller US, companies not in the S&P 500. Small companies have more room to grow, but they're also more volatile. They can shoot up fast. They can also drop faster. The S Fund adds extra firepower to your portfolio, but with more ups and downs. Finally, the I Fund International tracks stocks from developed countries outside the US, like Europe, Japan, and Australia. This is your international diversification play. When the US market struggles, international markets sometimes do better, and vice versa. So, which funds should you pick? Here's the simple, beginner-friendly approach that works for most young service members. Heavy on the C Fund, maybe 60 to 70%. Add some S Fund for growth around 20 to 30%. Sprinkle in some I Fund for international exposure around 10%. Keep very little or none in G and F if you're young and have decades until retirement. And if this all sounds overwhelming, there's one more option, the life cycle funds, also called L funds. You pick one based on the year you plan to retire, L 2040, L 2050, L 2060, and the TSP automatically adjusts your investments over time, getting more conservative as you get closer to retirement. It's a set it and forget it option that's perfect for people who don't want to manage this themselves. Now, this might be the most important part of the entire video, so pay close attention. If you join the military on or after January 1st, 2018, you are automatically enrolled in the Blended Retirement System, the BRS. And the BRS comes with one of the greatest benefits in military service, a government match on your TSP contributions. Here's how it works. After your first 60 days of service, the government automatically contributes 1% of your base pay into your TSP, whether you contribute anything or not. Free money, just for showing up. Then, once you start contributing your own money, the government matches your contributions dollar for dollar up to 3% of your base pay. And then they match 50 cents on the dollar for the next 2% you contribute. So if you contribute at least 5% of your base pay, the government adds another 4% on top of that. You put in 5%, they put in 5%, you're instantly doubling part of your investment. Now here's the painful truth. If you're not contributing at least 5%, you are literally leaving free money on the table every single payday. That is money the government is trying to give you that you are refusing to accept. Don't do that to yourself. The very minimum you should be doing, the bare floor, is contributing 5% so you capture that full match. Everything beyond that is a bonus. All right, let's bring it all together. How much should you actually be contributing to your TSP? Think of it in levels. Level 1, the minimum is 5%. This captures your full BRS match. If you're doing nothing right now, start here immediately. Even if money is tight, get to 5%. The match alone makes this a 100% instant return on part of your money. Level 2 is 10%. This is where you start really building wealth. At this level, a private E2 contributing 10% with the government match is stacking serious retirement savings over a 20-year career. Level 3 is 15% or more. If you have your emergency fund built up, no high interest debt, and can cover your monthly expenses, pushing your contribution to 15% puts you on track for real financial independence. And level 4 elite is maxing out the TSP at $23,500 a year. Most people won't hit this right away, but it's the goal. Especially tax-free if you're contributing in Roth. Let me put some real numbers behind this. If you contribute just $200 a month starting at age 22 and earn an average 8% annual return, which is conservative for a stock-heavy TSP portfolio by the time you're 52, you'll have over $298,000. Bump that to $500 a month, you're looking at over $745,000. And $1,000 a month, nearly $1.5 million. That's the power of starting early and staying consistent. The TSP is doing the heavy lifting. Time and compound interest are doing the rest. All right, let's do a quick mission debrief. Here's what you need to walk away and do today. Number 1, log into MyPay and check your TSP contribution percentage right now. If it's below 5%, fix that today. Number 2, decide, traditional or Roth. If you're young and in a lower tax bracket, Roth is likely your best bet. Number 3, choose your funds. If you don't want to think about it, pick an L fund that matches your retirement year. If you want to be more hands-on, go heavy on the C fund with some S and I. Number 4, set it and forget it. Increase your contribution by even 1% every time you get a raise or promotion. You won't miss the money, but your future self will be incredibly grateful.